the end of day 3, Muralita Kerk, Sasce Pretoria. But now, as you can see, people are going out. We're only waiting for results now. Let's wrap this day. And Muzi, also Svalela Lemine Namhlanje. Muzi, right with you?
I'm well, sir. I'm well.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good, bruh.
Awesome.
Sibonile this afternoon, starting from male voice, female voice, and the heavy song.
Yeah.
Is in Nizovuyo.
Yay. Yeah. It's been a very interesting afternoon. Well-prepared choirs. The male voices, Christine.
Yeah.
I enjoyed particularly the way choirs portrayed that military stance that often comes with such compositions. And it was really well executed. The piano choir coordination that conductors portrayed showed a large element of preparation, unlike other years where there were other choirs were a bit lackluster and you could see caps, but here it was really difficult to find caps. You needed a musical ear to actually
find those gaps.
Exactly, find those gaps. I feel sorry for your adjudication panel because from one rendition to the next, there was really no evident difference, And for us, the audience, we had the time of our lives where we were enjoying each rendition, because they were really well prepared.
Yes. Pacho?
I think just to wrap it up, from morning till now, the performances that we have seen, I think it was on another level today. You could feel now that, okay, it's secondary A, and also the winners of the provinces in terms of the soloists, So most of them, they were ready. So it was one of those days where we were enjoying every moment of the performances, So coming also to the female voices, So there are some choirs that they did very well. Some of them, here and there, but majority of them, they did well.
They did.
Including the male voice that he's referring to. Now, is it Zovuyo? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
You see, if you knew you're pronouncing wrong.
Exactly. That's where I'm going, actually. So you will find now the struggle in terms of the language, of the Xhosa language, how to articulate, the tone of the language and everything else. So I think most choirs, they were struggling there because it's not easy to sing a Xhosa song while you are from another tribe, I think that was the challenge.
Muzi, off the camera, you mentioned that there's a lot happening on that song. It's not an easy song to sing.
It really isn't an easy song. You first look at the composer, the complexity of the composer. I could easily refer or relate with him as Wagner, where he wanted big things, large choruses, large voices, because he was larger than life. And we come from that era where choirs from the East Coast, whether it's Eastern Cape or KZN, at some point they were criticized for being too heavy. But that is the ethnicity of those tribes, of the Nguni tribes. Coming back to the song, it's got different splits. You are actually in a position of depicting different moods. The serenity, the prayer, the prayerfulness, and celebrating the joy, and the song and dance that often comes with the Xhosa culture, which is, askwazi kukha izinto phezulu, and that is what society is often reduced us to as Africans. So in that song, going back to the language barrier and everything, you really need a linguist to come through, read the language for you, explain what is happening in the song, because without visuals, You know, the spoken word will have limitations.
Exactly.
So you really need people, you know, that is the investment that I would like to see, you know, going forward.
Yes.
In doing research, so that artists can be able to represent the composer quite well on stage and be in a position to go beyond the composer's pen.
Yeah, no, I think he has just wrapped it all, you know, to say when we are giving a different language, now go deeper, you know, ask for help, you know, because I think also that represents how South Africa is as a rainbow nation, you know, to get the challenge now to understand a different language, a different tribe, how they do things, the traditions, you know, it should be interesting enough to say, as a conductor, now I need to do more, you know, of research now to understand.
Yes.
You can understand now how to pronounce the words, but fail to understand now
the story
behind
100%.
it. Exactly. So that's the nice thing. So, but I think the choirs are now getting there, you know,
100%.
slowly but surely. Yes.
I mean, I remember last year when we had our squabbles and our disgruntled, when we were very disgruntled. This year I need to commend the selection guys that selected the music and prescribed the music. They did very well, and it was music that was suitable for the age groups and everything. And again, the research, they did their research. Now it goes back to artists now, the composer, the committee, the school and everything. Let's make use of our libraries. Let's make use of resources that we have at hand. Our university libraries, they've got lectures that, you know, that deal with the language, you know. Bring them on board. Tell us how to pronounce certain things. Why were certain words formed? So that when you are on stage, we are closing those gaps, and we're now representing the language and the culture that that the composer tried to portray.
Yeah, gentlemen. Now I think we're going to remarks so that we can go to results. Let's wrap it up by your predictions. Tuesday, it was first day. It was Eastern Cape. And
Eastern Cape,
and followed, and Tuesday it was KZN. Which province you think today?
KZN.
Yeah. I think KZN, they did well in the gender choirs, you know. Yeah. But lastly, I want to again commend, you know, because I was so very impressed about the orchestra. I want to commend the committee of Sasce, you know, for bringing such a brilliant orchestra. You know, that's a huge step. You know, they are sounding very beautiful, and you know. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, to the Chamber of Champs choirs, you know, how they're gonna hang in the music. You know, I'm just from the rehearsal room, that side. It's already fireworks. You know, so that orchestra is just out of this world.
Actually, speaking of the orchestra, again, last year we were disgruntled. Social media was ablaze with the quality. I remember, commenting on the quality of the orchestra, and also there's clear daylight between last year and this year. I am very impressed. You are able, I mean, you know, accompaniment is there to enhance the performance.
Exactly.
If that is not there, then you are doing an injustice, and you're discrediting the performance. So, orchestra guys, very well done.
On my side, I think Eastern Cape will collect more than any other province today.
Probably. Just to put myself under the bus, I think Eastern Cape, the soprano solo, they will do well. Yeah, they might take it.
Tenor.
Yeah, they might take it. So
tenor. He was stylistically, he was very good.
Yes.
But it's gonna be a close one.
Yes.
It's gonna be a really close one, because the Gauteng boy really.
In terms of the language, the Gauteng was just ahead of most of them. Yeah.
There's a young chap, I think it was Free State, who had a big voice, and he was well built.
Yes, Free State, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What impressed me with that boy is that, big as his voice was, he was able to carry the song through. You know,
on the Western.
The tenor
The tenor
solo.
solo.
Tenor
The
solo.
tenor solo.
And the
Yes.
command.
He
Yeah.
had the command, and he was able to actually carry, the song through, with that big voice. Because I was sitting in anticipation, saying, "Oh, I hope you are going to be able to handle the air quite well," because his recite was commanding, authoritative, and it had a clear structure of where he wants to go. And when he took the song in, I was like, okay, there's something there. There's something there. And my plea, and it's an every year plea. Can we not lose this talent through the cracks? Can this talent not fall through the cracks? Can institutions absorb this talent, build on it, and make something out of it? Now, because I'm an advocate
Yes.
for the arts.
Yes.
Can we just make sure that talent is groomed, industries are formed, and we move away from fraternities? Because the fraternity it's a social scheme that has no start and no end. But the industry, through industry, we are able to become economic participants, which is what we are actually fighting for with the organizations I'm closely involved with.
Gentlemen, let's listen to the results. Hopefully we'll meet tomorrow and discuss the results of today. Doing a
100%.
recap.
Yeah.
Ne? Tomorrow, fireworks. And tomorrow, Chamber of Champs. Akuzudlalo. Utsho uphatshu. Akuzudlalo. Buya kwi-rehearsal.
Yeah.
This is Grand Piano. Sharp.
Thank you.